Venkatesham and welcome to Venkatesham Chemistry YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to explain the rate of reaction and factors affecting the rate of the reaction, and with some differential rate law writing for the different examples, right? So in this one, rate of reaction, actually there is a rate of reaction is nothing but whenever we have taken the one reaction, the reactant's concentration will be decreases as the reaction proceeds, and simultaneously there is a product concentration is going to be increased, right? In the starting chemical kinetics introduction also we have discussed this one. Now, and the change in the molar concentration of reactant or product with respect to a time is its rate of the reaction. I can write in the simply here rate of reaction is equals to, this is a change in molar concentration. Change in molar concentration of reactant or product with respect to its time. There is a change in time also, that is enough from initial to the final, right? Change in time. So rate of reaction generally it can be represented as a dx by dt, or we can write even delta x by delta t also. And change in molar concentration, generally this molar concentration, if we take it as even x final minus here it is in a x initial divided by here it is in a t final minus this is in a t initial. Okay, even if you take even this small change dx by dt, if there is a larger changes they will write here delta x by delta t also. This is for the simple rate of the reaction. Now for this simple rate of the reaction, how we can able to write its a differential rate law, and particularly its a rate of the reaction, how it will be affected with the and molar concentration of reactant and product. Suppose I am taking that there is a one generalized reaction, here it is an A plus B gives rise to the, here it is an C plus D. Okay, so here this is in A and B are the reactants, and that concentration will be decreases, and C and D molar concentration initially 0, as that reaction proceeds and its concentration will be increases. Okay, now here I can write its a rate of the reaction RR is equals to, there is an with respect to each term in the chemical reaction, we can write it's a disappearance as well as a appearance. What is mean by a disappearance? The reactants are consumed that are going to be disappeared, and products are going to be newly formed that are going to be appeared during that reaction. So that means that the disappearance of A, the disappearance of B, and that will be equals to the appearance of C, that equals to appearance of D with respect to a time. Right, the disappearance of A with respect to time, I can write down this is a minus D of here it is A divided by dt. Why I was written this minus sign? That minus sign indicating that there is a decrease in the molar concentration of reactant A. In the same way, this is a minus D of B divided by here it is a dt, and I can write even this is a plus D of here it is C divided by this is a dt. So this plus sign is for the products, no, so that its molar concentration is going to be increased as the reaction proceeds. If I will write here plus D of D divided by here it is a dt. If any other stoichiometric coefficients are there for the reactant or product, that stoichiometric coefficient will be written as a denominator 1 by 2, like a 1 by 3. So I will take the one example. This is a simple differential rate law in terms of its disappearance of reactant and appearance of its product. Suppose I will take one example here, and there is a decomposition of nitrogen pentoxide is there, 2 moles of N2O5, that gives rise to, there is 4 moles of NO2 plus O2 is this is a decomposition of nitrogen pentoxide, and its a rate of reaction RR is equals to, this is a reactant, these two are the products are there, and it is a simple decomposition of nitrogen pentoxide, and this stoichiometric coefficient will be raised, or will write down as a denominator minus 1 by 2. Why I was written minus sign means its a concentration is going to be decreased, right? So here minus 1 by 2 d of it is a N2O5 divided by it is a dt, the disappearance of N2O5, and simultaneously this is in plus 1 by 4, the stoichiometric coefficient will write down as a denominator, and this is a d of NO2 divided by it is a dt, that is equals to this is a simply a plus d of here it is a O2 divided by here it is a dt is a simple reaction. This is a simple differential rate law for the N2O5. We can tell that here it is in a disappearance of nitrogen pentoxide takes place, and appearance of NO2 and appearance of O2 also takes place. And if you correlate these two, and this disappearance is you can write so it is in the disappearance of N2O5 is half of the appearance of NO2. So if you can write here this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. The disappearance of N2O5 is that will be the half of the appearance of NO2. Or I can write this and this correlation the disappearance of N2O5 is equals to, which is 2 times of there is the appearance of oxygen, right? In such a way they may ask the questions and you can take these are the examples. Next after this one we have if you will take another example like one example is given like with the fractions, stoichiometric coefficients. Suppose I will take here 1 by 2 of x2, another example. So plus this is a y2 gives rise to this is a xy2. This is another example, and here already stoichiometric coefficient is given as a 1 by 2. That means when we are writing it's a differential rate law, rate of reaction is equals to, so this 1 by again 1 by 2, 1 by 1 by 2 means we'll write directly this is a d of here it is an x2 divided by here it is a dt. Actually this is a 1 by 1 by 2 that we can write down as a minus 2. Minus sign is this is a disappearance of x2, and that I can write down as a minus d of here it is a y2 divided by here it is a dt. So that is equals to plus d of here it is a xy2 divided by here it is a dt. So this is a simple differential rate law for this reaction. And the next factors affecting the rate of a reaction, and the rate of reaction will be affected by the certain factors. Mainly nature of the reactants is a one, and other one is a concentration, temperature, and a catalyst and exposure of light. So these are the factors will affect on the rate of a reaction. We'll discuss one by one here. First one is there is a nature of reactants. First one, there is a nature of reactants. Nature of reactants. Okay, so this rate of a reaction will be affected by the certain factors. In that first one is the nature of reactants. In this nature of reactants, again we need to talk about that physical state of reactants is a one, and the particle size of the reactants is another one, and chemical nature of the reactants is another one. So I am writing here again in this one there is a physical state. Here physical state we know that mainly there is a three states of matter is there, and in that we have a solid state and then liquid state and gaseous state. In solid state all the particles are tightly held with a strong force of attraction, and in the case of liquid some considerable extent, whereas in the case of gaseous state and the particles are almost move independently, the force of attraction is negligible between them. And here I can write and that's the reason the gaseous molecule they can move independently with each other, and it can make the more number of collisions among the reactants, so that it can its rate of the reaction is going to be more. So that's the reason I can write here rate of reaction order is generally gases are having the more rate of reaction, then followed by liquid, then followed by its solid. And in the based on the its a physical state, three states of matter is there: solid, liquid, and gas. the gas molecules are almost move independently with each other, and it can make the more number of collisions. As the number of collisions are more means definitely it's a rate of the reaction also more, and then followed by liquid and then solid, right? And here you need to talk about in the physical state point of view, there is an homogeneous, it will be there, as well as the heterogeneous also it is there. In the homogeneous point of view, there is an it can make the more number of collisions. Homogeneous is nothing but same physical state containing the reactants are there, then definitely that we can call it as it's a homogeneous. Okay, so here homogeneous is homogeneous homogeneous is nothing but the reactants all are in the same physical state. Definitely it will make the more number of collisions compared to the it's a heterogeneous. So heterogeneous is nothing but one reactant is in one physical state and another reactant is in another physical state, then we can call it as a heterogeneous. In homogeneous we found that there is a more number of collisions takes place. That's the reason I can write here rate of reaction is generally homogeneous is having the more, then followed by its heterogeneous. And the next one is here second one is there's a particle size. Particle size generally in the solid state and different solids are going to be involved in the chemical reaction, and in one case particle size is small, and in another case there is a particle size is this much big it will be there. So whereas the small size particles, they can make the more number of collisions with other particles, and its rate of reaction is going to be more. Whereas in large size particles are there like this heavy bodies, so its movement is less, it can make the less number of collisions. That's the reason I can write here rate of reaction is inversely proportional to the it's a particle size. As the particle size is a small, then its rate of reaction is going to be more. Okay, and the next one is there is a chemical nature of reactants. Chemical nature of reactants. What is mean by this chemical nature of reactants? Whether the reactants are the ionic compounds or the covalent compounds. If they are the ionic compounds, generally easily it can split into the ions, and its rate of reaction is going to be more, and it can make the more number of collisions, and its rate of reaction is going to be more. Okay, suppose generally we found that there is an ionic reactions rate of reaction is more compared with its covalent reactions. This is a general sequence. Why? Because ionic compounds easily it can split into the ions, and it can make the more number of collisions, and definitely its rate of reaction is going to be more compared with its covalent reactions. Suppose if there is a covalent, only covalent reactions are going to be involved, and then if there is a only covalent reactions or covalent reactants are involved, covalent compounds are involved in the chemical reaction, you need to see that number of bonds, how many number of bonds we need to break in the reactant side, right? So number of covalent bonds, if number of covalent bonds is more it will be there, then definitely its rate of reaction is going to be less, right? So if number of covalent bonds is generally inversely proportional to the its rate of the reaction, where there is a more number of covalent bonds are there, for breaking of each bond it requires the more and more amount of energy, and definitely and its rate of reaction is going to be some extent low compared with the other covalent reactant molecule, right? So here this is a simple one, and the number of covalent bonds are going to be more are there, and its rate of reaction is going to be less. If only ionic reactants are involved in the reaction, and the ionic compound which is having the more ionic nature, then definitely its rate of the reaction is going to be more, and the ionic compound which is having the more ionic nature, and that compound its rate of reaction is going to be more, and we can write here ionic nature is directly proportional to the its rate of the reaction. More is ionic nature, then definitely its rate of reaction is also going to be more. Okay, suppose if I will take the one example here to understand this one, there is a 2NO, here it is plus O2 gives rise to this is 2NO2 2NO2 is a one reaction, or you can take 2CO. 2CO is a 2CO plus O2 gives rise to it is a 2CO2 and in the case of nitrogen and oxygen there is a triple bond is there. Even carbon monoxide also there is a triple bond is there, and but this one is a NO bond is a here NO is having the triple bond, even carbon monoxide also having the triple bond but this NO bond is a weaker bond because there is electronegativity also other aspect you need to check. So this NO bond is a weaker bond, easily it can break, right? And if bond nature is a weak, it will be there, obviously we can break it easily, and its rate of reaction is going to be more, or its rate of reaction is more, whereas in the case of the CO bond is going to be it's we need to break again here 3 bonds, its rate of reaction is going to be more. Okay, suppose if you take this is equation 1 and 2, and its rate of reaction is having 1 is having the more rate of reaction than the 2. Okay, so this is a second factor will affect on this rate of the reaction is that is a concentration. Concentration is nothing but a concentration of reactants. Okay, so this concentration of reactants is increases, then the rate of the reaction is also increases, and if the concentration of reactants increases, then your rate of reaction also increases. Okay, if the concentration of reactants is decreases, then its rate of reaction also decreases according to the law of mass action. And most of the chemical reaction rate of reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of reactants. If more than one reactant in product is there, if more than one reactant is involved, we'll take the product of concentration of reactants, and this is a simple one. Your rate of reaction is directly proportional to the simply a concentration of reactants. Okay, and the next one is the third one. There is an here it is a temperature, and this temperature is generally as the temperature is increases, and we can tell that it's a number of collisions between the reactant molecules is increases, and number of collisions is increases, then definitely it's a rate of reaction also going to be increases, and number of collisions between the reactant molecules is increases, and its rate of reaction is also increases. Okay, and for most of the chemical reactions we found that for every 10 degrees centigrade rise in temperature, then the rate of reaction is going to be increased by either it may be a 2 times or 3 times. For most of the chemical reactions it was found that for every 10 degrees centigrade rise in temperature, there is a rate of reaction is going to be increased by 2 times or 3 times. Generally here we'll write down the temperature coefficient, the temperature coefficient, here temperature coefficient is equals to, this is a KT plus 10 degrees centigrade divided by this is in KT, that will be equals to the 2 times or it is in 3 times. So temperature coefficient will write down as a KT plus 10. Initially 25 degrees centigrade is there. For 35 degrees centigrade temperature is raised. The ratio between the K T plus 10 degrees centigrade by KT is equals to, it is in 2 times or 3 times. So this is the general one, and the next one is a fourth one. There is a catalyst. Catalyst is a substance that will be added to the chemical reaction to increase its rate of the reaction without involving in the chemical reaction. Such a substance is it's a catalyst. Catalyst is simply a substance that will be added to the chemical reaction to increase its rate of the reaction, to speed up the rate of the reaction, and without involving into the chemical reaction. Such a substance is it's a catalyst. Again, catalyst here we have that there is 2 types of catalysts are there. So one is a positive catalyst is a 1, and other one is there is a negative catalyst is a 1. Generally Positive catalyst is a catalyst that increases the rate of the reaction, and it decreases the time of the reaction. Time of the reaction is going to be decreases, that minimizes the time of the reaction. Positive catalyst will increases the rate of the reaction and it decreases the time of the reaction, whereas a negative catalyst will decreases the rate of the reaction and it increases the time of the reaction. In some chemical reactions we need some specific time, we need to maintain some specific time to find out its rate of the reaction experimentally. So that's the reason in such cases only this negative catalyst can be used, but most of the chemical reactions will prefer only a positive catalyst, but very few reactions requires this negative catalyst. And the next one is fifth one, there is a exposure of sunlight. Exposure of light. So exposure of light, this factor will affect only in the photochemical reactions. The reactions which are taking place in presence of sunlight, such reactions are called photochemical reactions, and these photochemical reactions, intensity of light is increases, then definitely more number of collisions also increases. Its number of collisions are going to be increases, then the rate of reaction also increases. The intensity of light is decreases and number of collisions will be decreases and its rate of reaction also decreases. So this exposure of light factor will be affected only in the case of photochemical reactions. What are the photochemical reactions? The reactions which are taking place in presence of sunlight are called as a photochemical reactions, and these photochemical reactions, intensity of light is directly proportional to the its rate of the reaction, right?